Hello, everyone. My name is Chuko Okoli.
I'm Gwyneth Pocalis.
I'm Julia Barron.
I'm Stella Natali.
And we are Team Edema of the State.
My team and I have taken up the great challenge to address the alarming discrepancies surrounding healthcare treatment for adults suffering from congestive heart failure, also known as CHF. And this disease presents itself as peripheral or lower extremity edema of the legs. Annually, 1 in 50 Americans are diagnosed with CHF, and more than half of them will die within the first 5 years of the diagnosis. CHF is also the number one diagnosis that patients over the age of 65 undergo when they are hospitalized. Unfortunately, this is all due to the subjective measurements that are performed by physicians that take care of them. But our device, our solution, will not only serve as a standardized tool for these doctors, but it will also assist them in making more precise healthcare plans for these patients, all in an effort to give them the long and healthy life that they all deserve.
The current method of grading or measuring edema is done through a method known as the Pitting Edema Assessment, as you can see here. In this assessment, the medical professional or even the patient themselves will insert his or her thumb into the area affected by edema. Once bone has been reached, the pressure application is released and the time it takes for skin to bounce back or return to a normal baseline is recorded. The max depth of the pit is also taken into account. The issue that we have been investigating is with the grading scale of measuring edema or determining the severity of the edema itself. The pitting edema assessment by nature is subjective and done by the human hand. There is no universal measurement scale or technique. Edema itself is graded on a scale of +1, indicating little to no edema, to a +4, indicating severe or extreme edema. However, the specifics of each faction differs from user to user. What one medical professional believes to be a +1 might be another's +2 or +3. This results in discrepancies when determining treatment plans or how well the treatment plan is working for the treatment of CHF.
Now we're going to introduce our device. It is portable and handheld, which meets our user inputs. It also consists of a moving piston that indents the skin through a constant applied pressure when in the locked position. Our device also includes a circuit. This circuit helps us determine the time it takes for the skin to retain its form after the indentation. The depth of the indentation is measured and determined by the visible markers shown on the piston. When trigger is pressed, the piston is in locked position. Using different types of forms to mimic edema, the locked piston is pushed down into the affected area. When the trigger is released, the piston, now in unlocked position, is pushed back with the aid of the skin, as you could see with the forms. The time it takes for the skin to regain its regular position after indentation will be displayed on the display screen. With the aid of the piston pressing down on the push button, it will determine how long it takes for the piston to return to its original position.
The value of this device is the universal measurement it provides in comparison to the subjective pitting edema assessment. There is currently no device to accurately measure edema. Our device can be used in the clinical setting and at home. In today's world, with the impact that COVID has had, digital health is a must. The ability for our device to be used in the home in addition to the clinical setting will be necessary for the future of CHF care and treatment. For the future, we plan to incorporate the circuitry into the body of the device and digitize the depth measurement using sensors placed on the body of the device. Once these changes have been made and finished, the logical next steps would be to bringing the device to market. As this does not have a previous device, a de novo will be filed and our device will be classified as a Class 1.